feel like today is the start of the videos for the new season, since today we are going to pick up the 2023 Skidoo. So let's hook up the trailer since we don't have the sled deck on the truck yet and go. Backing up without a rear view camera kind of sucks. Pulling into Harper Power Sports here now. Sometimes I question why I buy my sleds from here, since I don't really even ride here, but I've been buying here for a long time now and they've always treated me great, so keep coming back. Bit of a parking lot cluster going on here. Well, here it is, our 2023 Skidoo Summit Expert 850 Turbo R. And I'm pretty stoked for this sled. I've seen some videos over the last week of guys getting it for their first rides, and man, these sleds look like they go. With that extra horsepower this year, 180 horsepower it's got, it looks like it's going to be a wild time. So I'm pretty stoked to get out for my first ride. And the first question I always get when I see somebody is, when are you headed back out west? So we'll kind of just give a little update of what I'm doing for this season and talk about the sled a little bit. I'll be headed out west mid-December, it's looking like. I don't have an exact date set, but somewhere between like the 11th and the 15th it's looking like. And like I said, Summit Expert 850 Turbo R. Of course, we always go with the 154, the shortest length in the turbo. I'd try 146, but and we did go with the gauge. This year the Expert comes with the brake reservoir protector, the adjustable brake lever, that's pretty cool. We got shot as always. They changed up the kill switch this year. Not exactly sure why, but we'll probably be swapping that out for a Monster kill switch anyway. It's got the adjustable limiter strap as always. And this year the Summit Expert has no T-motion and no flex edge track, so I'm pretty stoked to see how that performs. There's some other changes in the rear skid as well. And looking at the track here, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but we got little mountain tops on the track. Kind of just a neat little gimmick, but it's cool. We've got the color match jet tag on there. Some people aren't really a big fan of the front end design of the sled this year with these headlights, but I think they're really cool. And there's also something that people don't always realize is one light is low beam and one light is high beam. So during the photo shoot pictures, like I saw, one light was out. I'm like, really? They already got a light out on the brand new Snowmobile? That doesn't look very good. And then it didn't take me too long to realize that, yeah, this light's a low beam and this light's a high beam. So gotta always run with the high beams on or else it looks kind of funny. I'm not going to talk about the sled too much though. There's already a lot of videos out there of guys talking about these sleds. I just want to get out on it and then we'll talk. We don't have any parts in for our sled build yet, but hopefully they start rolling in this week so we can get started. We're not doing much of a build. Like usual, we'll do a wrap, backwoods bumpers, Munster finger throttle, and all the other handlebar controls there. That's pretty much it. We don't have a Freeride this year, so it would be nice to do some suspension, but it's not really top of the list since I don't do a ton of jumping, but it would be good to do. And besides that, honestly, these sleds just come so dialed out of the box, so I feel like you don't have to do that much. And if you watch the videos for a while, you know I kind of have a stalk or walk stance when it comes to mods. I don't like to wrench on my stuff while I'm riding. I just want it to work, so that's why I don't tend to do too much. But I might go against that this year with one of my sleds, the 155 Boost from last year. I'm gonna keep that, and we might do something with that sled. You guys will just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But we've also got the Polaris 9R coming, 155. You know, I don't really need 3 155s. I mean, frig, it seems totally excessive to have 3 sleds, period. But luckily I'm able to bring you guys this content of, you know, Skidoo versus Polaris versus Boost, 9R. We have some truly amazing sleds these days to ride, so it's a pretty great time to be a sledder, I gotta say. But yeah, that's kind of the plans for this year. Head back out to Revelstoke. We'll kind of call that home base. Of course, I'd like to get out to some different areas in different towns to ride, you know, northern, even into the States. I don't want to say too much though, because I like to follow through with what I say. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens. And I try and keep my schedule relatively free. So if any cool opportunity ever arises, I can jump on it. Like last year when we literally decided 9 o'clock at night that we were going to take a 7-hour drive and go snowmobile the next day. Yeah, that's the plan for this season. I'm stoked to get out on the Skidoo Turbo R with that extra horsepower and the new chassis. It's gonna be good.